I'm gonna head out on one of my favorite roads. Just like in the other video, this is the other pass. But in this video, we're gonna kind of cover some things that I learned about cars in general and in my experience with cars, getting into the Mini, driving different cars, growing up and fantasizing about certain cars, and how that's played out, and what I take from it. So yeah, this is just like some back road that's gonna take us out onto the more back roads, but maybe a bit less snowy. It looks beautiful. The sun is out. This car's completely grimy, both inside and out. During these winter months, I haven't even had a chance to detail the inside of this car since I got it. So that's been interesting. But let me just double check my camera angle. Yeah, we're looking good. And yeah, it's completely grimy in here. It's like salty, there's stuff. You know, I really would like to set it up with how I like it. You know, how do you like to keep your car? How do you like to, how often do you clean your car? Especially the interior. Drop a comment. How clean, do you keep it cleaner than your room? Do you keep it cleaner than your workstation? How clean do you keep your car? That's a whole nother topic. But anyway, all the trees are dead. We're in the middle of winter. The car is like reading like -12 wind chill, lower than -15 Celsius. So that is that. But I have some time and want to drive, so here I am. May not be the best of conditions of all time, but I like to drive this car. And that's part of the topic of discussion for this video is driving and cars in general, cars that are desirable, aspects of a car that's desirable. And here I am driving a Mini Cooper, which I never would have thought of before getting into one. I had a liking for many different cars growing up, thought I had dream cars, thought some cars were better than others, and those ideas and theories, which I didn't even know at the time, I thought they were absolutes. But at the time, you know, you don't know any better until the experience kicks in. And through that experience of driving different cars in various capacities, rentals, long-term rentals, ownership, borrowing, I found out, yeah, there's a lot more to the stat sheet. The stat sheet is like one part of the equation, but it's almost like it doesn't even matter when it comes to driving experience and driving feel. Let's both fit. So that's what I learned in this car, right? This car, I never even thought about owning a Mini Cooper. And it's not that I didn't like it. I probably knew of them, but there are certain stereotypes and ideas on the internet about Mini Coopers and owning one. And even just as a car in general, who this car appeals to. But like I said, the internet is the internet and theories are just theories until the car is gotten into and driven, ideally on a daily basis for a good period of time rather than one rip or one day. Then you get to really experience the feel of the car. I used to think, you know, the whole rear-wheel drive thing, and I still do think rear-wheel drive is pretty cool, but look at where I am. It's a totally different context of driving in these kind of conditions compared to the ideal conditions of Florida weather and sunshine and dry roads. This is the reality. And yes, this is only a part of the year. And yeah, V8, the whole V8 kind of thing, or turbos, or the speed, the horsepower number. Like, a lot of those things don't matter. I got in this thing, and it's been like eye-opening from the very first time that I had a Mini Cooper and drove it. 2-3 years ago. Same R55 Clubman. That one was an 08. This one's a 13. But getting in that car, it was like ultimate shitbox status. So there's no kind of desirability. It was just a car, and once I took a few turns in the car and felt what it was like, the game changed, and I realized what I like. And that's a question to kind of ask yourself: what do you like in a car? There are many aspects to a car that people like, and a lot of the aspects that we can kind of fall for are symbols. Not only the manufacturer symbol or the emblem, but the symbol of a car and what it represents in the eyes of others. Not even ourselves, but what it's perceived as, or what we, how we will be viewed in that car by owning that car, or being seen driving in that car. That seems to be a big aspect of what people like in cars, what makes them desirable, and ultimately being attracted to it. So a good question is to ask yourself, what do you actually like in it? And I find I could say I like speed, or I like horsepower, or torque, or this, or handling, or off-the-line acceleration. And those could just be theories until we actually experience what a 4 seconds 0 to 60 actually feels like. 4 seconds 0 to 100 kilometers, or a certain G-force, or what it feels to stop on a dime, or to have a loud exhaust while you're driving. Until then, it's just theory. So what I learned is, in this car, almost none of those things exist in this car. Barely even a prestigious image with the Mini Cooper brand. But the driving feel of being nimble and being agile and feeling the road, being small, having feedback through the steering wheel, having a direct connection to the road. And the cliche term is called that go-kart feel. Almost like a stripped down automobile, and all you feel and hear is just the car and the road. You feel connected to the road, you feel the bumps, you feel the rise and dips within the road. And that's a confidence inspiring feeling, to be so connected to it. And I also realized, like, visibility is a big part of being confident while driving. A lot of SUVs are super raised, the shoulder lines are really high, and it definitely reduces visibility. Like, sometimes you don't even know where that front tire is. Making a right turn, if there's like even a little bit of an incline, it's like that front tire is gone. Don't even know, can't even see over on that side. The pillars are huge. To check your blind spot is like you don't even know. It's huge. This car is just like all glass, which is pretty sick. Like, this side, this door, it's a coupe, I guess you could say. It's a hatchback, but 2 doors. So this door's longer, so there's no pillar right beside my face to check this blind spot. And that is an aspect of being confident while driving. It's a safety thing, ultimately, how confident you are while you're driving your car. And that's something that is like phenomenally good in this car, that I absolutely love, what I wouldn't have known unless I drove it. This thing has like a double sunroof thing going on, pretty solid features, heated seats. Definitely use those this time of year. But less about those features is the driving feel. And I didn't know, but the internet convinced me that I need a manual So my whole idea was to get a car in a manual, until I drove the automatic and I was like, damn, how am I having this much fun in an automatic car when the internet says I need a manual transmission? That was a realization too as well. And getting in a manual car after the first Clubman, I was like, oh, the manual's cool, but I don't know if it's that much cooler and worth it. I was like, I get it, kind of, but I found maybe I think my skill level probably wasn't there. Haven't been driving it long. I actually like the manual in regular traffic, where I get to rev match and align my gears and do perfect shifts. But on a back road, if I'm giving it some speed, it's a bit different, and that probably is a skill thing. But it showed me a lot. I said, it's not the be-all end-all. We got some horsies on this side. It looks so cool. What up, gang? Talk about horsepower. But yeah, horsepower, yeah, and that's another thing. 1.6, non-turbo. It's a light car, so I guess that kind of helps with compensating for the low power number of like just over 100 horsepower, but man, it's solid. I like revving out a car. And it can be fuel efficient even while revving it out and giving it the beans. Oh, a whole bunch of these guys. Look at all of these guys. Enjoying the sun. Yeah, the sun is out. It looks good, but it is far from ideal summer conditions. But yeah, it's part of the fun with learning a car and understanding things that someone appreciates with a car. Sometimes it might be the image. Honestly, if you have a certain brand of car and that appeals to the person more, then yeah, go get that brand. Which is why a lot of luxury brands have an entry-level model, so you know, a lot of people can get that brand, be in the car for that reason. I find the driving experience to be far more important, because the main thing about a car is to drive it, and that in itself is an experience. And if luxury is the thing, the quietness, yeah, if that is appreciated, then go for the luxury car with thicker windows and smooth transmission and you know, soft suspension, things like that. Then that, if that is actually appreciated, but that car will turn like a boat, that is the trade-off. And it'll be so disengaging that I might fall asleep. And I know that from experience. Yeah, they're cool, but I mean, you can't really handle them or turn them, or gotta brake from far and things like that. It's a heavier vehicle, which are things that I don't appreciate in that car. That's why I don't gravitate towards them. I can appreciate it from far, but these are questions to kind of ponder or ask ourselves: what aspects of a car do I value? And then actually drive it and get a feel for cars with those characteristics. Do I need the turbo? Do I need a V6? Do I need you know, a manual transmission? Or is it because of some sort of expectation or, you know, obligation that I feel I might get this car? What is it actually like driving with two doors? How often do I use the back seats? How often am I going to use the heated seats? All right, sunroof. Sunroof is a big feature I realize now after having one. Absolutely love a solid sunroof. Love that feature. Absolutely love it. And yeah, there are some trade-offs too, but I think if the main priority of the desirability of the car is there, then there are no trade-offs, because you get what you want. That is the highest priority, and you get to enjoy it. And driving feel is important. Yes, these are things that we touch every day. The size, like just the size of the steering wheel It kind of reminds me of, this seating position is like arcade games back in the day that I used to play, racing arcade games. Like, this is what it feels like being in this position. It's pretty low. Well, my seat is pretty low, and you're kind of reclined a little bit, feet or hips are low, and this is how the car is naturally. Thickness and the size of the steering wheel is definitely smaller than a lot of other cars. And because it's a bit older, I can't believe I'm even saying that for a 2013 car, the rules were different when they made this car, so safety standards were different. The pillars, I mentioned the pillars, they're not as thick, and the body's a bit small. The lines are super small, like the shoulder lines, they're low, inside and outside. The only thing is that I get splashed all the time, and there's always, you know, in this kind of weather, absolutely get splashed because it is so low, but it creates for wicked visibility, and that is definitely something that I appreciate. So yeah, drop a comment, let me know what you appreciate in a car, what kind of features, what kind of driving dynamics you appreciate in a car. And sometimes it could just be the reliability and peace of mind of knowing that your car won't break, or something might not go wrong, or it'll last 100 years and you might not have to change anything. Those are actually aspects of a car. So definitely a valid point and a reason to like a car. And what cars have you driven? Let me know if you've gotten into the mini life. That might be even a reason why you're watching this video, and want to get some insight. But yeah, let me know your opinions on cars, what's good, what's not, features that you like, features that you don't, things that are a game changer, or even cars, just like in this video, cars that have changed your mind about cars overall. What cars have changed your perception, maybe after driving or seeing it in person. Some cars can be super stunning once you see it in person. You're gonna see the price of gas maybe sometime today. But yeah, drop a comment, let me know. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out till next time.